Okay, good morning to everybody. Today we are going to learn statement flow control. As you remember, in last class we learned about the types of statements. Types of statements means whatever coding we are writing in a Python program, that coding is divided into three different types. If we are using pass in between our coding, it is called as a empty statement. Okay, if we are using without pass a simple coding, right, without compound statement, we can say this is the simple statement. See, this is an example of empty statement, we learned it last time. This coding is called as a simple statement. Okay, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, c is equal to a plus b print c. Simple statement, very simple statement, they called as a simple statement. Now same simple statement we can write it. If any simple statement is followed by pass, that is called as a empty statement. This pass is called as a empty statement, right? Nothing will happen if you put a pass. It will not affect our coding. We will get it our result as it is. 30 here we are getting, there also we are getting 30, so there will be a no such confusion. The next one is a simple statement. If we are writing like that, name is equal to input some value, print name, or any simple program. Last example, this is the one of the program which is an example of simple statement. I hope it is clear to everybody, because last time we have already learned, just revising. And now let us have again discussion about compound statement. A group of statement executed as a unit. It means this line will execute alone, no issue. This line will ask you a input, enter your age. But here you can see, if age greater than 18, then print you are eligible for voting. These two line is a group of command, group of statement, and they will execute in a unit. If the condition is okay, then this line will come, otherwise another line will come, right? That we will learn in this session. So this is an example of a compound statement, and again this is also an example of compound statement. Whenever a statement start with a colon, okay, when you will put the colon and you will press enter, automatically this alignment will come, and this alignment will be denoting that you are using a compound statement. Again you can see this is the compound statement number next, right? Now today we will learn how we can control the flow of our statement. Generally the flow of the statement will be top to bottom, line by line, or sequence. It is in sequence. What is the meaning of sequence? For example, suppose this coding I will take the same coding and I will copy this coding, and let us start the paint to understand how this is a example of sequential coding. See what will happen. This is the sequence number 1, this is the sequence number 2, this is the sequence number 3, this is the sequence number 4. Now what will happen if we will write sequence number 4 in the place of sequence number 1? Can it print C? No, it cannot print C, because the C is not declared earlier. If you copy this, see this, try to understand. If what will happen, if I will cut it this and I will paste it here, this coding will give you result? No, this coding will not give you any result. Okay, again if I will cut this coding and if I will paste it this coding here, again the sequence got disturbed, we will not get any result. Please try to understand, if we will disturb the sequence of our coding, we will not get our result. Let us see with a live example, IDLE. Okay, now I will write the same coding here itself so you can understand. You can see print C. Okay, this will ask you what is C. C is not defined anywhere. Again, if I will write A is equal to 10, and I will write next line, I will write print and I will write it C. Again I will get it that C is not defined. Okay, don't think that only C. For example, variable are, let us have an example of int, let us have an example of age is equal to 18. Okay, and if I will write print something else, print result, I will get it error because I have not declared such variable. The coding is not in a sequence. How the coding will be in sequence? Age is equal to 18, right, and result is equal to age plus 10, and print result. Now you can see what mistake we have done. The spelling result, okay, sorry, this is my mistake. Print result, result. Now you can see we are getting our result as a 28. So if you will change the sequence of code, then the code will get disturbed and will not give you any kind of result. This thing you have to always remember. Code should not be, right, the sequence should not be disturbed. So first we need values, then we need a formula, then we need a printout of that formula. Okay, if I will ask you, right, what is the total of my marks? Can you give me the answer? Is there anybody who can give the answer? What is the total of my marks? Are you able to give the answer for this question? What is the total of my marks which I got in unit test 1? Is there anybody who can give the answer that what is the total of my marks which I got it in unit test 1? Now the second question, if I got 90 in Hindi, if I got 95 in maths, if I got 97 in this, can you tell me the total of my marks? Now, right, so we got an answer from Saranya. Because the data is available, when the information is available, we will get it result. Now I will ask you the next question. Okay, the question is like that, total is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, and A is equal to 25. Why they are coming late? A is equal to 25, B is equal to 25, C is equal to 25, and print total. This is a question. Alright, can I get answer for this question? Why, Saranya, you are getting result as a 75? No result will come, error will come. Can you tell me why the error will come? Because the formula we have already applied. The formula we have applied in first line. Okay, then we should not apply the formula in first line. We have to apply the formula after getting all the three value. All the three values we have to get it, then we have to apply the formula, then we can print the result. Otherwise this program will give you the no result or error it will give you. So I hope it is clear to everybody. This is called as a sequence of your program. So don't think that all the program will go as a sequence. Okay, the Python programming will provide you a facility to change the sequence of your program, right? That is only we are going to learn the statement flow control. How we can control the flow of the statement means which line can execute first and which line can execute next. If it is written, for example, a line 1 you want to execute at last, okay, so you can control the flow of your statement. That's what we are going to learn. Now next slide I will show you one image and you have to take a screenshot of that image. What we learned just now, that is called as a this. What we learned just now, sequence. Okay, first we need all input. Okay, we need all input 1, input 2, input 3 or any formula. Then we have to print the result. This is called as a sequential statement flow control. Is it clear? Till today, whatever program you have learned, for example finding sum, for example finding divide, finding module, okay, comparing the value, right? Simple program, one line program, whatever we have learned based on sequential programming, sequential statement flow control only. Now there are another way is there which is used to control the statement flow, which is called as a selection statement flow control. What is the meaning of selection statement flow control? First we will give some input, then there will be a process. If the process is true, we will get one output. If it is not true, then we will get another output. It means if it is true, some answer will come. If it is false, some other answer will come. In any condition, the both answer will never come. This is called as a selection statement flow control. I hope it is clear to everybody. I will show you with all example, don't be worried. Okay, and the last one which is called as a looping statement flow control. In this, what is going to be happen? One or two, whatever number of input will be given. There will be a sum of the process. If the process is true, the loop will again repeat. Again the process will be going to be happen. Again if the process is true, the loop will repeat. Right? It will repeat until the process is true. When the process is going to be false, then finally it will stop and it will show you the result. This is called as a looping. Take a screenshot of these diagram so you can better understand. Alright, so we need a input, some of the input, then there will be a process. If the process is initially false, the program will stop. If it is not false, then it will repeat the process. It will repeat the process. False, program will stop. But here it is not like that, no repetition. In the second flow control statement, selection flow control, no repetition, only true one answer, only false another answer. But if it is true here, repeat, true, repeat, true, repeat, true, repeat, false, stop. So I hope it is clear. We are going to learn deeply about these three types of statement flow control. Already we have discussed about the sequential statement flow control. Whatever simple programs you are writing, they all are an example of sequential statement flow of control. Now see this, if we are writing A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B and print C. This is a correct program, and this program is totally based on IPO. Please always remember, all your programs are based on I, based on P, based on O, right? All the programs are based on IPO. Now definitely there is a question in your mind, what is the meaning of IPO, sir? So I stand for all the kind of inputs, P stand for process, and O stand for output. Always you have to follow this. You have to give input first, then there will be a process based on input, and finally the output will come. See in this slide itself, input given, there is a process C is equal to A plus B. This is called as a process, means we want A and B got added together, we want A and B multiplied or divided together, we want A and B multiplied together, we want A and B minus together. So these things we want the remainder of A and B. This is called as a process, and finally when the remainder will be setted in C, we will print the value of C, which is called as a output. So IPO stand for input, process and output only. All the programs are depend on IPO only. See another example, half class over. Another example you can see, I have given B is equal to 20, and here you can see the IPO process is got failed. I is there, P is there, O is there, and one another I is also available. So that is not possible. This is a wrong way to write a sequential statement in a Python program. Do you understood this thing? This sequence will not give you a result, will give you only error. Next example, again you can see IPO got fail. First we are writing O, then we are writing I, then we are writing P, then again we are writing I. So this is also an example of wrong statement, wrong coding. Okay, today your age will be maybe 14, 15, 16. Okay, but when your next birthday will come, your age will not become 8. Your age will not become 99. Okay, it cannot be jumped. Is it clear to everybody? So these things you have to remember. While writing a program, you must have to follow IPO. Take all input, then go for the process, and finally display the output. Okay, a very simple example I want to explain. In everybody's home there will be a grinding machine will be available, right? And how the grinding machine is working, can anybody tell what is the process of making paste for dosa? What you will do? First you will start the stove, keep a tawa, and you will put a rice on the tawa. So automatically the dosa will get prepared? No. Okay, there will be a process. First we need a input. Okay, we will put a rice in grinding machine, then we will grind it properly using water. The paste will be get ready. We will keep it for some day or some hour. Then we will use it for the purpose of dosa. Okay, so we have to follow the same process not like a dosa preparing process, but we have to follow the process: input, process and output. So I hope it is clear to everybody. Very simple to understand the statement, sequential statement. We have to follow the IPO. Sequence refer to the normal flow of control in a program. The sequence always refer the normal flow of control in a program. Normal flow of control. Right? If you open your tap, water will go down. It will not go up. If it is go up also, finally it will come back to the down only. Okay, this is only the sequence. All the steps are going up, same time they are coming down only. Okay, so it will be always, if you want to go up, then we have to start from down, and if you want to come down, then we have to start from top. So this is the way which we have to remember. The programming language will always start from all the input, then it will go for the process, then it will go for the output. Alright, see, this is one of the big program. Okay, and this program is generally used in banking sector. What is this program is asking? This is asking, please enter sum of the amount which you want to deposit in bank, then enter for how many year or how many month you want to deposit this amount, then bank will give you some of the interest on that amount based on year. Now how to calculate the interest? So for that there is a formula: interest is equal to principal amount multiplied by time multiplied by rate divided by 100, and finally print the simple interest. Is it okay? Now let us see the same program in a live experience. So first of all, I am going to write a comment here, hash program to calculate interest in a ABC bank. Information, just an information. Okay, what is required? The amount is required. So that amount it is in a banking language, it is called as the principal amount. So we'll write a PRINCIPL, principal amount is equal to, we will take it from user. We will ask user, do you want to enter any amount? Yes, user will enter int. Okay, let us see. Yeah, int input will come. So a small change we will make it here. Int will come outside. Int, yeah, input bracket open, and we will ask user a message, enter amount for fixed deposit. Take an example, na? So user will enter here sum of the amount. We will close all the bracket properly, 2 brackets open, 2 closed. Okay. Okay, then after this we need for how many year he want to go for the deposit. Again we need a int, we need a input, and we will ask enter year for FD. FD means fixed deposit. Okay, then bank will offer some of the interest rate. Okay, rate is equal to, for example, bank is offering 7% of interest by default, fixed. We are not asking user to enter the interest. Bank will itself will give you the interest is equal to 7. Now finally all the I is completed. Please try to understand. I have completed all I in the sense of input. Now the time for process. Okay, now we will process simple interest. Okay, spelling may not be. Simple interest is equal to principal amount, okay, multiply by time. T is capital, so we have to write it T capital as per the programming language. Then rate, and finally we have to divide all the value, all the result by 100. We will put it these all in a bracket. Okay, now our program is ready. Input and process are ready. All the input we have taken and process, this is called as a process. Let me write it here, one hash. Hash means command will not print, only the information will be given. Process or formula. Now the time to print the result, which is called as a output. How to print the output? Simple, print. What is the variable name? Simple underscore interest. If there is any variable error, we will check it. So PRINCIPL, AMOUNT. Okay, everything is okay, time is okay, and rate is also okay. And finally simple interest and simple interest. Now our program is ready. Now we will go for the run. We will click on the run program, and this will ask you to save the program. Save it, no issue. We will go to the desktop and we will save as a simple interest. Save. Now you can see, let me close it again. Run. Now you can see this is asking enter amount for FD. For example, I am having 100 rupees. I want to deposit 100 rupees for 1 year. The interest rate is, what is the interest rate? Can you type it in a chat box? Just now we have given the interest rate. What is the interest rate? By default rate we set it. Yes, Rajlakshmi, 7. Kalayarsi, 7. So please be present in the classroom. The interest rate, Siva, good job, 7. The interest rate is we have defined as a 7. Rajkumar and Kaviraj, good job. So be available in the classroom. Now can you tell me what result will come? What result will come? Now the question is like that. The 100 is the principal amount, multiply by 1, multiply by 7 and divided by 100. Tell me the answer for this question. 100 multiply by 1 year, multiply by 7 interest rate and divided by 100. What is the answer? So 7 rupees. If you deposit 100 rupees for 1 year, your bank will give you 107 rupees back to you. Did you understood this thing? Now let us check it the answer, whether your answer is okay or not. So I will hit enter here and I will get it 7. I will get it 7. This is called as a interest. Your interest is 7 rupees. You will get it if you deposit 100 rupees for 1 year. Now what will happen? If I will run this program, same program again, and I will deposit 5,000 rupees for 2 years. Now can you tell me the result? What is the answer will come? 5,000 rupees for 2 years. So the question will be asking you 5,000 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 7 divided by 100, and whatever answer will come, that will be the result. Means if you deposit 5,000 rupees for 2 years, then you will get it. Let us see who will give the answer first. So it is 700 rupees. Kirtani has given 700 rupees. Shiva has also, Kalayarsi also, Rajalakshmi. Now let us check it. Go back to the coding, press enter, and you can see 700 rupees we will get it extra. What do you understood by this thing? Totally we will get it 5,700 rupees back. So what benefit we will get it? If you deposit for 2 years, we will get it benefit of 700 rupees. This is an example of sequential programming. Only sequential programming, where we will enter some of the value and we will put a formula, and based on that formula we will get back our result. Okay, do you have any question? Please, you can type it in a chat box if you have any question. No question, very good. Now I will give you an quiz. Okay, and you have to write the answer for that quiz now itself, because we are having still 7 more minutes. Okay, the quiz is based on sequential programming. So I will write it here, QUIZ, quiz. What is the quiz? Ask user to enter 5 subject marks. Okay, please ask user to enter 5 subjects marks. This is the first line. Find the total of all subject marks and print the result. Do it this program. Okay, and I will give you 6 minutes are there. Within 6 minutes you have to complete this program. This will take only 2 minutes or 3 minutes only. Any 5 subject like Hindi, English, IB, Maths, Science, or any other subject. Okay, whatever I have done, take input from user, enter English marks, enter Hindi marks, enter IP marks, enter this mark, that marks, then total is equal to the variable name which you have declared, and print the total. This coding you send me now itself. I am waiting for your coding. Any 5 subjects, your choice. So today we learn all about the flow control of our programming, which is totally based on sequence. Okay, and the sequential programming is always following one of the rule, which is called as a IPO rule. Now I will sit comfortably and I will wait for your answer. Now the time is 10:55. Still 5 more minutes are there. I hope this will be a very easy program. Here you will write the coding, and then after that today you have to try with PyDroid, and you have to share your all the coding with all the input and result in WhatsApp group. Because nowadays you are not sharing anything on WhatsApp group. Please, if you are doing any practical, you have to share in WhatsApp group, so your other friends will also get benefit. Again, one more thing, if you are attending online classes, you will get it the question paper online, otherwise the posted paper will come and you will be in trouble. take all the 5 subject input and then apply the process, then finally print the result. Same time I will tell you the attendance also. Deepthi is there in the classroom, Rajalakshmi is also there, Karun Raj is there, Kirtani is there, Stephen Raj, Bhakyalakshmi, Saranya Bhaskar, Shamita, Shri Raghavi, Perianaigi, music madam is also there. Okay, Kavya, Sartha, Navita, Abhirami, Kaviraj, Acha and Kalayarsi, Siva, Murga, Sam, Rajkumar, Ravi Kumar, who is Jiva, don't know, John, Nahesh Chaudhary, Akash, Ramu, Gurumurthy, Ganesh Raj, Gopi Krishnan. I don't know who are these students, from which which school they are belonging. And I think today only they have attended the class. If they are attending only today, how they will write half yearly exam, which is going to start by 5? Again they will get less marks and they will blame to the teacher only. The teachers are not teaching. Okay, they are not joining the class. Okay, whatever. So I request to these 5-6 members, Jiva, John, Naresh, Akash, Akshaya, Guru and Ganesh Kopikshnan. Type your name in chat box with your school name. So I will inform to your teacher, vice principal, so that you are not attending class regularly. Okay, let it be. Is there anybody who completed the program? Please paste it quickly because the time is 10:59. It's a very simple program. So Saraswati is from Karekal. Okay, Saraswati, how you will write half yearly exam when you have not attended the classes properly? So it will become a trouble for you. Okay, so please ask to your friend like a Siva and another girl is there. They are from Karekal and they are regularly attending the class. Kalay Arsi and Siva, both are I think from Karekal. I don't know. Siva is from Karekal. So they are regularly attending the class. If they are ready to provide you the material, then get it from that. Otherwise you will be in trouble in exam. Guru Murthy. Okay. Right. Is there anybody who completed the program? Please paste it quickly. Akshaya is also from Karekal. Okay. Okay, please discuss with your Karekal classmates and get the material. Okay, now the time is over. The time is 11 o'clock. Is there anybody who completed at least a half program? Please half program itself you can throw on screen, no issue. I will complete the remaining part. 1 line, 2 line, 5 line, whatever line you have written, please share with me. The sharing will take just 1 second, this much time. 11:01. Okay, you are getting late for next class. You will not get sufficient time. 15-minute break will not get. Is there anybody who want to share their coding? At least a half code also you can show. Remaining part I will complete. So Siva is writing A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 150. Sorry Siva, this is not a way for writing a program. The way to write a program is this. This is the way which we learned just now. Okay, here it is written principal, you have to write Hindi. Int input enter Hindi marks. Then here you have to write maths. Int input enter maths marks. Then int input, okay, English marks. English variable you have to declare. Like that you have to write. In anybody who completed at least 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 5 line, whatever, please share. So this session is not going to be interactive, I think. No one has done. Okay, so we don't have enough time. Now I am going to disconnect the class. Is there anybody want to share their coding? They can share, otherwise. Okay, so who is that? Raj Lakshmi is presenting her screen. Let us see the Raj Lakshmi. Raj Lakshmi, what is the A, what is the B, what is the CD, what is ABCD? No, not like that. You have to ask user to enter the marks. Okay, you have tried well. Instead of writing ABCD, please use the subject name. Okay, use the subject name. Okay, no problem. We'll see tomorrow, right? Okay, thank you everybody. You can disconnect the class. Thank you.